na streame. Tak ešte chvíľočku počkáme hento, aby ste sa sem ponapájali. No a potom môžeme začať. Odkiaľ sme to 4 minútky počkáme ešte do 15. a potom môžeme začať. Máme. Musím ešte zvyknúť to, lebo dlho som tu nehral, dlho som proste sa mi moc nechcel do tých streamoch ísť proste púšťať sa do toho, lebo však málo divákov mi to prišlo, že tam bolo. Stream bude klasicky proste hodinu. No a tu máme všeličo. Light ammo. Dobre. Dúfam, že ma počuť dobre. Sidequesty, ktoré som našiel, tak som splnil. Dobre. Jak nám ide stream? OK. Ešte pár minútiek a ešte 2 minúty a potom začneme s tým Stranger in a Strange Land questom. No a potom sa môžeme konečne vypraviť z tohoto Edgewateru. Do nejakej inej časti sveta. Alebo planéty, no. V podstate. Ešte 2 minútky máme. No, 1. Za chvíľu už začneme. Dobre, minútka, môžeme začať. Dobre, je hento 15:00, čo znamená, že už proste hento ste mali dostatok času, aby ste sa pripojili na stream, no. Teraz sa ideme hento do tej novej lokácie presunúť.
I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
A mám ten
Do you
regulátor.
know how to install a power regulator?
Hej, mám 25
Outstanding,
engineering.
Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
OK. Tak ideme nainštalovať ten power regulátor. OK. Tak, regulátor je tam a teraz môžeme to. Dúfam už konečne odletieť.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Už tam je ten
Our systems
regulátor.
are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Hej, tak poďme už auto.
We have received a
Against all
communication
odds.
request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
No?
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Tak spomalujem čas, len toho
Oh,
dokáže
that,
spomaľovať
yes,
čas.
that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land
Dobre.
on Stellar Bay.
Tak očividne idem na hento. Miesto na Groundbreaker.
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
OK, tak ideme s ňou
Excellent.
pokecať.
I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Čo to je ten holographic shroud?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Jaké limitácie sú tu na tom
Only
očividne?
stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
Aspoň
The
niekto tu je hento
holographic shroud
sebavedomý.
masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath. Science, that's how.
OK, fajn.
Excellent. I'll contact you once
Použijem to,
you've found a
skočím
way to
preto.
get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
OK, chápem. Tak ideme sa pozrieť do toho kapitánskeho quarters a zobrať ten holografický shroud. Pretože tá vecička sa rozhodne bude hodiť. Edgewater sign, Si vole. Holografický shroud. Ak máme ID cartridge, tak sa to aktivuje. No to bude rozhodne užitočné. Tu ešte máme kôš. Ešte nejaký terminál. Správy pre Alexa Hawthorna. Bedford. Zabudol som ti spomenúť moju prvú správu. Ja hlupák. Posielam ti kópiu môjho obľúbeného seriálu. Vesmírne dobrodružstva Singularity Steel. Je to skúšne, do vesmír výrodky, ktoré som počul. No, nejaký shit proste, hento no. Čo tu máme? Minko. Mine. Toto číta kdeže nebudem, Ne. Vôbec kdeže. Handguns, čo tu máme takého fajnového. Ten defense by sa hodil upgrade. To je ono. Stealth. Dobre, a do toho leadershipu. Tak. Hop. Companion abilities. To je dobré, to sa bude hodiť. Pretože tí spoločníci budú mať hento schopnosti, ktoré hento sa bude hodiť rozhodne. Prípadne ak nedojdete na stream, no tak hento mám Weapons of the Void. Prípadne ak neprídete na ten stream teda, tak hento. Tak záznam bude na YouTube. No a well, môžete si to pozrieť tam. Ak sa nestihnete dostať, alebo ak nemáte čas náhodou, si to môžete pozrieť na YouTube. Counter-attack sa nám odomkol. Nice. Gladys. Či kokos. Groundbreaker. Skyla... Tartarus. Ja, tu má nejaký board maximal security. Halcyon Gas Giant. Monarch. Nejaké kreatúry tu osídlujú. Olympus sa nedá, není obývaný. Hephateus. Najbližšie k slnku Mining Company. Neviem, čo to je za shit, ale na to sa možno pozrieme. Nejaká ľadová vec. To je Phineasova laboratórium a to je Groundbreaker, no. Tak ideme na Groundbreaker. Welcome to system map. Hej. Hej, no, to je proste fast travel medzi planetami. Okay. Jo, dobre, fajn. Tak tiež na to plánujem,
Can we talk?
No, k tebe. Čo je?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
OK, však keď narazíme
Thanks, Captain.
takéto.
I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Ne. V podstate to, možno dostanem to, keď dostanem herný PC, no tak to. Tak budú streamy na to. Podľa mňa to hento. Podľa mňa to je skôr, čo myslíte, hoši. Ale pšt. Dobre. Dobre. Máme iba týchto spoločníkov, takže bereme tých. OK. Docking Bay.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
No. Toto asi. Čakať. Keď už máme tohoto týpečka so sebou, ktorý má taký laciný proste outfit, tak hodím to hibernačný oblek a hodíme na ne to. Tak. Kde máme hento? Teraz si hodíme na sebe ten oblek. My sme len idiotov. No. Máme nejaký decent swag.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it. Now's not a
Čo vy
good
tu?
time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want it trunching through your teeth. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So of course I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Rizzo Rangers.
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Aha.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming.
Ale nejak
Guy thinks
prehnaný,
he can push
kamarát.
me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
No, nejaké plány
Enjoy my
máš?
freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Jo.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Čau, more. Hej, a ty k mně nepatríš, tak ešte ma nenazývaj, hej. Fefom. Kamaráde. Wow. Musím schovať. Sakra.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Neviem. Ja... Čo tu máme? Vending stroje. Hľadáme nejaké šity. Blade, no. Počkaj. Spakuje, som kúpil omylom veci. Jo. Light machine gun, to si necháme. Útočná puška, 3 blades predáme. Ešte 3 blade. Tu jen legendárku necháme a... Tak. Máš, barikáda. Ja nemôžem to proste obísť. Čvine.
Captain
No,
Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long
joj.
enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this
No,
wonderful?
presne.
The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock. Of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Jo, to je ten typek, čo tam bol, Anto v tom.
Not gonna
Minko.
lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda
Fine.
Dorset over in
Joseph.
sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much
Okay.
appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
A pustím vás na to cesto.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Be seeing you.
OK. No, magicky sa otvorili dvere bez zvuku, bez všetkého.
Can we talk?
Ty?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
OK, no, tak keď ho nájdeme.
Fortunately,
Co robíš
we're in
prdel,
the
ty ho ani
perfect
nevieš
place to
nájsť.
start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
OK,
Thank you,
potom tam ideme. Oh.
This is it.
Je to restricted.
I can check the departure register.
Dobre, kde máme ten žurnál? Empty Man.
To find out which crew changed.
OK.
I mean, the scholar shipped in and out with.
ID cartridge. Dobre. No to saveneme, keby dačo náhodou nás detekovali. What? OK. Synchronizuje to údaje. Ale už však synchronizuj, nie? Tak. Override save file. Hore. Tak teraz nech nám popraje šťastie. Moving this shower, no zabavné. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Asi to nepôjde, pretože ten počítač je nad tým zamknutým miestom a ja nemám od toho kľúč, očividne. Dobre, skúsime to ešte raz. Jo, dobré.
Keep your sights out, friend.
Dobre. Neviem, jak sa tam dostanem. Je to zamknuté. Ja proste nemám dostatočný skill na to, takže... Musíme dojsť iný sidequest. Nejaký inženýr, hento. Som sa chcel stretnúť ženská, tak... Ideme urobiť to. Pretože ja nemám hento dostatočný pointy na to. Tu na zase mám board.
Back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a load of authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
V podstate, čo ste hento, jak sa tu minuli, je to, že sme hento nainštalovali ten power reaktor, alebo čo to je, do tej lode a preleteli sme na miesto, ktoré sa volá Groundbreaker, no a teraz hento robíme zo pár side misií. No toto je prvá. Tá jedna, čo tam bola, no tak na to som nemal dostatočný skill, aby som otvoril dvere, takže...
Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Okay.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Okay. Aha. Pardon, klávesa. Tak, toto. Security, ak nás poslala. Sme niečo so zasílkou, to vybavili. Tak. Ideme to vybaviť teda.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now, this should prove
CNP board.
interesting, to say the least.
Unless it's worse.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
No. Ellie.
Get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Tak môžeme ju hantu
Be my
nájsť.
guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Okay.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if he'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Ja sa kontrolky sa mi do pletu. Dobre. Co máme? Restricted area. Dobre, cartridge našťastie tu máme.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratchet on rotten time! Leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Okay.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot.
Kdeže?
I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
Takže, no jasno, že ukradla ten shit.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer.
He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udam's deposit I'd spent.
No tak pokecam s ním.
You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Tak, nikto nevie, že som tam vôbec bol. Nikto nič nepodozrieva, pretože... No... Je to vynález budúcnosti.
The board. Organized, efficient, competent.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells, he tells me he will soon. I impound his ship, he explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship.
No,
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table?
No.
Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill. I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
I doubt Mr. Bedford's ever felt real pain. We could introduce him to the sort of suffering that actually constitutes extreme anguish. For the good of his understanding, of course.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Vicar. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes excessive force. I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Jo. Sakra, celé ty kontrolky si milím. OK. Skills. Ještě tu máme Toxicity location, what the fuck. Critical damage. Recovery speed. Cover duration. Pickpocket, jo? Do toho investujeme. Tak, apply. Teraz dáme perks. Ještě tu máme vendor prices. Carrying best armor rating. O! Sprint speed máme. No, toto by sa hodilo. Sme mohli dlhšie používať ten time slow. Ja vítam na streame. Ak tu vôbec niekto je. Čo tu máme? Mne sa to nechce čítať, sakra. Také blbiny. Nikoho nezaujíma. Zahodil, keby to dali aspoň české titulky alebo niečo také, lebo mne sa nechce vážne čítať toto.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Dobre. OK. Tak, musíme dať nejakú automat pistolka. Trošku extrém, ale čo už. Base help. Hej, medical dáme. Outfit chcem, rozhodne. Tak. Dobre, mám na sebe swag, tak môžeme ísť. Iron kapitán.
You out here again. Canned surface is already.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Fenhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring.
Ja, počkať. To vlastne to na tej, ale my tam nechceme teraz. Takže ideme na to main quest.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here.
Slap your
You
whole
guys got a price.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Dobre.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. if you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Wow. 10 000 si vole za návky.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Niekdeže.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Tak ale hento. Ak sa to dostanem 10 000 bitov, no tak hento. Tak budem
Might want to
šťastný.
acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief.
Sme
She's been
boli za
trying to
ňou.
get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfends someone call me a liar.
I don't know, man. She seemed pretty neat to me.
Well, aren't you sweet? And just her type, too.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Forget I said anything.
OK. Čo tu
Yes,
máme?
dearie? Ain't that
Idem
just
sa na
a
to
treat?
pozrieť.
So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Dobre. Wait, what? Kde sú dvere? Jo, tu sú dvere. Čiže to, ak niekto nemáte čas si pozrieť stream, tak áno, chápem, hej. Možno tu nikto nepríde, pretože buď niečo majú, buď oni natáčajú, alebo niečo tak. Tak si môžete pozrieť na mojom YouTube kanále. Záznamy tam hádžem z Twitchu, tak si tam môžete pozrieť tento záznam. Pretože nie každý má Twitch.
Dr. Fenhill, I hope you've reconsidered my offer to stay on full-time. My crew are never short on dents and bruises.
I'm trying to live a more balanced life. Gun in one hand, scalpel in the other.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automech heart surgery than to change your mind. Fair travels, Ellie.
Groundbreaker's a small town in a big ship, and anyone who spends any time here gets to know Junlei.
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on Groundbreaker. Dr. Fenhill is my on-again, off-again freelancer. I take it she'll be joining your crew full-time?
I don't like to put a label on things. Let's keep it casual.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
Okay, tak.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day.
Však môžeme
According
ísť
to my
spraviť
grandmother's
to.
old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Dobre.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Okay.
Good.
Ideme.
Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Dobre. Tak, kde to máme? Žurnál. Sme časť na radiátory. A tu je tam dole. A očividne sú to nejakí typečkovia. The Halcyon Observer.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Yep.
Look at this ripe
Okay.
piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to go, just in case you needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Okay.
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
Dík. Máte dostatočný skill.
Smells like burning meat and bad hygiene.
Can't spell groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
Liz gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
Dobre. Ešte vylúčime mŕtvoly. To bol rýchly quest. Tak ak máte aspoň prehovorenia na 40 levely, tak to. Tak potom není problém, proste pustia. Dokonca sa mi zdá, že ku koncu, keď máte level 100 hento na prehováraní, tak hento. Tak môžete stačí len nakračať hento do tej väznice. Áno, ja som tú hru dohral od začiatku do konca. Zľavko ma to dosť bavilo. What a problem bol fixed.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle.
Okay.
We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are. If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping the station from melting down. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on the first try. Able though you've proven to be.
Don't worry,
Dobra.
Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle
Ideme na
with the
to.
ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
OK. Ideme do toho hanto. Ideme opraviť tie radiátory. Fuck. Tak, čo tu máme? Sa mi zdá, že som dával hento Parvati, hento lepšiu útočnú pušku. No, dokonca hej. Tak, dáme rotačný gulomet a hento. Swap. Tak, kde máme tu? Tak, dvojka. Officer Spine? OK. Dobre. To nie je taká špatná zbraň. Čo máme? Arrival confirmation, start reminder. Nič. Joha, tieto potvory. OK. Bum. Poďte vy. Juju. No, kde ste vy? Wow. Čo to je? Čo to je shit? Mantis Swarm. OK. Čo je? Aha, to je ten radiátor. OK. Si hovoril, že čo je to tu na? Čo ma to tu zabíja? Za blbosť.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news? Song says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next.
OK.
Fast if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Dobre. Čiže tu nie je nejaký terminál, z ktorý by sa to dalo. A tu vidím ešte nejaké veci. Toto je ten mantipilár. Jaká munícia, Macpick. Bit cartridge, nice. Spravíme tento quest a potom toto tipneme. A tu počujeme mechanických buzíkov. Nebudeme sa plížiť, no. To je zatrasené. Pretože nemôžeme ísť úplne direkt. Wow. Pochybujem, že sa dokážeme preplížiť. Dobre. Vyzerá, že sme... Choď odtiaľ. Že tento typek si nerozmyslí, že sa aj pôjde tam. Nie. Čo robíš? Prosím, otoč sa. Nie. Choď tam. Choď tam. Vypadni tam niekam, hej, choď. Veď choď už, prosím ťa. Tak, díky. Ale veď no tak. No iste. Skáp. Vzdechni. Ty vole. Dobre, terminál je tu na. Tak, uklidníme sa všetci. Pekne v klídečku. Že áno. Dobre, klídek. No to sa robí srandu. OK. Dobre. Vyupgradíme zbrane. Aktivujeme terminál. Blbiny. Tak. Ty tam len choď. Si mi pokašľal môj perfektný stealth. Tak a teraz zráme odtiaľto. Pekne dolu. Tak. Dobre, naportia sa tu všetci. Prečo sakra nie? Dobre, môžeme ohlásiť, že to máme. Spravili sme.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Nice. OK. Hoši, no tak tu by sme to tipli ten stream, takže nájdete potom hento, si môžete pozrieť, ak ste nestihli prísť na ten stream na YouTube, mám hento záznam z neho, no a nezabudnite si pozrieť môj hento môj Twitch. No a tak zatiaľ čaute.